Thanks, Simon. Yeah, let's have a look at it. This is Kimi Antonelli on the left, Max Verstappen there on the right. And this first sector lap, let's go into turn one. You see, Antonelli has a couple of bites before he gets into the apex, but does get it hooked up really well there and launches himself out. But Verstappen actually does a great job of getting good drive. So when we get on the run down to turn three, and I'll just move along here to the 50-meter ball, you can see Antonelli has gained, just really impressive. And the high-speed balance, I have to say, both cars looking very good. If we look at the track usage here, on the way out of 6 and into 8, Antonelli, we saw it yesterday, Jensen and I look at it, he is more comfortable taking that wider line. If we just use the curb as a reference, you can see he's pulled quite a margin on Verstappen in that early part of the lap. So a big advantage there for the Mercedes driver. Down the back straight, both drivers pushing hard, using the battery because they know they could reach out turn 11. And we've talked a lot about the Red Bull upgrades and what Verstappen's done. We have to say, hats off to Red Bull powertrains. It's a brand new engine, only their 4th ever weekend in Formula One as an engine manufacturer. And I'll tell you what, you look at the reference of that curb, he's pulled some back. So there is nothing wrong with that Red Bull powertrain engine. Really well done to them. We haven't really given them enough credit, I think. Around turn 12, a little bit of camera break up there for Max. Let's watch as they bounce over the curves off the chicane. Verstappen, I'll just go back a little bit here. Just watch Max there, just how close he is to the wall on the outside on the way in. He's definitely using a bit more width, just opening up the entry, and then gets a better line, I think, over that first part of the curve. But Antonelli does get it hooked up into the apex of 16 well enough to open up the wheel and launch himself onto the back straight. They're fairly similar, though. That is the middle sector of the lap, and there's really nothing to choose between them. If anything, Verstappen has pulled a little bit back on what he lost in sector 1. As we get down to the final braking zone here, this is where lots of drivers, with this wind, we're finding a bit unpredictable. Even standing here, you can feel it's gusting. Antonelli gets into the curb there. Verstappen a little bit tighter on the way into it, and he gets a snap of oversteer. So although I think he kept a little bit more battery in reserve for that final straight, he struggled to put the power down, had a few snaps of oversteer that maybe cost him a bit. But on the whole, it was sector 1 that we saw where the advantage was for Antonelli, and that just carried on for the rest of the lap. Back to you.